the breads, all of the many breads that we are going to use in today's challenge, the French toast challenge.
Yeah.
Tell us about what we got.
Yeah, so if you remember, I said I picked up 5 varieties. And so we've got brioche here, we've got croissant toast here, that's second variety. Third variety is going to be a cinnamon swirl variety. Then we've got your traditional white bread. And then we got this wild card waffle here.
Waffle.
French toast waffle hybrid where, you know, it might be able to absorb some of the batter on this, the way that we cut it. So that's kind of the thinking there. Anyway, to run through them again one by one. So on the brioche, we've got a Whole Foods brioche, you know, high class.
High class. High dollar.
Yeah.
All the money.
And we taste tested it, and it was quite nice, right?
It was fantastic, alone.
Then there's this brand that I keep seeing at Kroger called St. Pierre. And I'm always walking by it. They have like all, you know, a whole rack with all these different breads. And I'm always like, oh, I need to try that. I need to try that every time I walk by it. So I finally grabbed some. So we got the brioche of that variety.
Okay.
In the croissant toast category, we've got Whole Foods again. We're going high class.
High class.
And then there's a Kroger brand here. Or this is the private selection, so I guess like Kroger, yeah, all the Kroger chains. And then in the cinnamon class, we've got this. Now this is from Whole Foods, but it's not Whole Foods brand. It's Greenlee's. Never had it. Saw it, thought it would be interesting. It's got like a glaze on the outside.
Oh yeah.
Might be nice, right?
Did you let me taste this?
Yeah, we tasted this one.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Already.
You don't remember it. But we also really liked the St. Pierre cinnamon swirl. This is a cinnamon brioche twist. So it's basically their brioche, but twisted up with cinnamon.
Like a little hybrid situation.
Yeah. Did I get that right? Yeah, brioche cinnamon twist. And then basic ass white bread.
Basic ass white bread.
And we already talked about the waffle.
But can we just say,
beautiful white bread.
Isn't this some of the most beautiful white bread worthy of the French toast?
Of the French toast king.
There you go.
Yeah, you got it. That's it. That's our competition. We're gonna rank these guys.
Awesome. So we're gonna take our coffee and get started.
Yeah, let's go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, so we have the French toast king in the house. And tell us what you're starting with to start.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get the sausage going first. And while that cooks up, I'll get the batter going.
So today we are having some pork sausage, and Paul is going to shape the sausage into...
No idea what I'm doing.
So now you're going to start to assemble the batter for the French toast, right?
Yep.
And which bread are we going to start with first?
I think we should start off with the standard white bread.
Ah, okay.
That's kind of like the baseline. Start with that as a baseline.
Okay.
And then see if we level up from there or not.
Okay.
All right.
That's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
We interrupt this video to show you Paul's process of how to crack an egg.
Don't laugh at how I crack eggs.
I'm horrible at it. Like horrible. But you know, usually I'm pretty good about not getting any shell in there. Well, because I saw this video where somebody just drops it and it gets a perfect crack.
Oh, that's so clever.
But they were using like 2 bowls. I'm lazy. I'm not going to get another bowl just to drop one. So I'm just going to use the side and do that.
So if you crack it on a flat surface instead of a pointy one or a curved one, it's
better, right?
It helps the shell to not...
Tap it, but if you just drop it, it just works really well. Now I'm going to eyeball this. So I think I'm going to go with the cream. We're going to go with the cream. I always go with half and half because that's what I keep in my fridge. I normally don't have cream, but because you have cream, I'm very intrigued to try using the cream.
Okay.
And I'm just going to eyeball it. I just try to make the ratio look about right.
So how many eggs?
I have 12 eggs, so that we're going for 3 eggs per 2 slices of French toast. And obviously how much of this you use will have a big part in how much volume you end up with.
Okay.
So
I would guess that was maybe 3 to 4 tablespoons of heavy cream.
yeah.
Okay.
Now we're going with vanilla extract. This is so key, and I have found that you can't use too much of this. Like the last time I made it, I was like, oops, and it ended up being like the best French toast batch I've ever made in my life. So we're gonna be a little liberal with this.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good tablespoon.
That's a good tablespoon.
Yeah.
So,
A
okay,
generous.
We'll do it. We'll do a little
Maybe
dab it up. Yeah.
1.5 tablespoons.
And
then we have
cinnamon, you
cinnamon.
really can't overdo the cinnamon either.
Okay.
And I'm not even a huge cinnamon fan, but of course with French toast, it just works. That's much more efficient.
Because you have to break up the yolks
Yeah,
to kind of get the party
you have to be
started.
vigorous, yeah.
Do you think the coffee helps your focus with?
For sure. No doubt about it. It's like laser focused with the go juice. It's like you grow 2 extra arms.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna add the cinnamon on top.
Yeah, and you can just be real generous with this.
Real generous. Oh, real generous. Okay. So, and don't whip in the cinnamon. You just gently
I just
kind of put
stir
it
in
on
there.
top.
Yeah, I've found, like, if I try to do it vigorously, it ends up all over the side of the bowl.
Okay.
And you really just, once you get that initial dunk in there, you're hoping to catch some of it on the
Oh, I
bread.
see. Makes sense. So we're starting with the plain white bread.
Yep.
That is very nice, but it is still just plain white bread. And you are dunking it into the egg
And
mixture.
I'm just giving it a little time to, marinate.
Really, to me, what makes a great French toast is when the batter is like throughout the bread, not just on like the exterior of the bread, but like all the way through the bread. And some breads hold it better internally than others. And for the ones that aren't as porous, you can kind of help it out by just like poking holes in it, almost like scoring a hot dog or something, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
This is the croissant toast from Whole Foods, and
Okay.
I think it's outstanding. This one, as you can see how porous it is. Like it really, like you can see through to the other side in some cases. So even if you press down, you'll see the batter like seeping up through the bottom. It'll really hold it well, and so I think that's one of the reasons why this one makes such a good French toast.
Next up is the croissant toast from Kroger. This is the Kroger brand croissant toast. And what are we scoring for, Nicole?
So we're going to score on flavor, texture, and vibes.
Yes, vibes. Very important to score
Very,
the vibes.
yes. And the vibes is really like, okay, would you make this again? And would you recommend it to a friend to make again?
Right.
So that's going to be our vibes score.
Yeah. We're looking for a vibey French toast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
10 out of 10 vibes
Yeah.
must be achieved.
Are you ready to eat?
Yes.
These are going to be ready real soon.
Yes, we're ready to eat.
This is just regular old white bread French toast. Your run-of-the-mill French toast.
Toast, fork, toast.
Yep.
Ooh.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Not bad. I like it.
This is what you expect.
Mhm.
It's reliable. This is,
Yep.
you know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's not too crazy.
Next up,
Very good. Okay.
this is going to be the Whole Foods croissant toast.
Okay. The white bread had more salt, and that helps us
Yeah.
taste the sweet
Yeah. We have now moved on to brioche.
brioche.
This is the Whole Foods brioche.
The Whole Foods brioche.
Yeah.
Okay. Sausage is fantastic, by the way.
Okay, and this is the private selection croissant toast.
Private Selection croissant toast.
Yep.
So now the next one we're going to have is
Brioche. This is going to be the Whole Foods brioche, and that is the St. Pierre brioche.
okay.
So first up will be the Whole Foods.
The comments are going to be like, "Oh my God, more Paul on the channel."
You're going to be like, why is this guy on a cooking channel?
This is Paul's channel now.
Oh, that looks good.
Paul is really the king of French toast.
Powder sugar me.
Hot though, but okay.
This is closer to the white bread. Feeling the vibes of that one.
As we say, you use the cinnamon like you listen to your ancestors, right?
Yeah.
Listen to your ancestors about the cinnamon.
Not everything, really.
When they know, they've been here. They probably made French toast before they went on to the great palace in the sky.
Yeah.
So we're back, ready to reveal our scores for the taste test.
Yeah, so I've made a little scorecard right here. And we said we would score taste, texture, and of course, vibes. So I'll record those for each of us, and we'll average them out for a total score. And then we're gonna know what the French Toast King is here.
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right, so first up is taste.
Okay.
As you can see, taste.
Taste.
And we'll just go in order. So I remember the order that we did them in.
Okay.
So the first one is the Bakery Fresh white bread.
Okay.
We got it from Kroger here. It's not a preservative ridden bread.
Yeah, it is literally fresh from the bakery.
Yeah, and it was quite nice.
It was quite nice.
All right, so what is your score for taste on this one?
A good 4.5. I mean,
I'm at a 4. I think originally I may have said 3.5. I don't know what I said, but it's a 4. Okay, that's my score, and I'm sticking to it.
Same.
All right, so 4 and 4.5. I'm just going to go ahead and put a 4.25 for taste on the white bread.
If we did not mention it already, Paul is also the king of meth. Yeah.
All right, texture.
For texture.
Yeah, so I think on this one, I might go 4.5 here, Nicole. That was really good.
Yeah.
It was also the first piece though, but yeah, I gotta say, well, you're going 4.5 as well.
Yeah, I really
All right.
enjoyed this.
All right, this was a 4.5 on texture. I will reveal the full scorecard when we're done, of course. That's why I'm taking the time to write these down.
Yes.
Color-coded vibes, which is our next scoring parameter. So the vibes for this one, I gotta go 4.5 here.
The nostalgia,
It was a classic French toast.
it's classic,
It was
it's what you expect, it's delicious, it's
Highly
delightful.
recommended. 10 out of 10.
Highly recommended.
Actually, 4.5 out of 5.
4.5, yes. King of math,
All right,
people. King
yeah.
of math.
We're gonna go back to the taste. We'll stay in order here. So that's white bread, done. The next one that we did was the croissant toast from Whole Foods, which was my personal favorite coming in by a landslide. I had the white bread scoring higher than this in the test. What about you?
I think it was about neck and neck.
It was neck and neck for you?
Mm-hmm.
It didn't taste like I've cooked it in the past. It did not. Normally I eat it, I'm like, holy crap, that is really good. But I didn't get that. And I don't know if it's because I was already satiated from the piece before, which would be a disadvantage for this. But you know, it's an art, it's not a science at this point, right?
Yes,
So,
there are many variables
Yeah.
that make this an art.
yeah, but it's also a competition.
Yes.
And they say to be the champ, you really got to beat the champ.
Uh-huh.
And I can't dethrone this based on that first taste of the white bread. I can't dethrone it that easily. So for taste, what are you going? What are you going on taste?
So for taste, and I think actually you were right. I did have this scored a little bit different from the white bread. So for taste, I would say it's a good 4, like a 3.8. So we're gonna round it to a 4.
4. All right, you're being generous. Full on 5 for taste. Because I know that in the past, I have made this and I've thought, damn, that is a 100 out of 100, that's a 10 out of 10, that's 5 or whatever, you know, whatever your system is. I've given it perfect scores, like, do with that what you will.
Tasting a little bit of nostalgia.
Yeah.
A little bit of memories as well.
Yeah.
Memories can be delicious.
Yeah, I mean, I'm being completely unscientific because as of today, the white bread was better, but I just know, but it also didn't give me, when I ate that first piece, I didn't have that same like, holy crap that I've had before. Sorry, white bread. All right, so you went 4, I went 5, so that's 4.5 on taste.
Okay.
All right, we're on texture for the Whole Foods high class croissant toast. And for texture, I'm gonna go 5 because I know I've said in the past, this is damn perfect. It's a 5 for me. It's a 5.
I'm gonna say it's a 4.
All right.
It was pretty good.
All right.
It was pretty good.
So we are a 4.5 on texture for the Whole Foods.
Okay.
Finally, would you recommend it to a friend? Basically, well, of course I would.
Absolutely.
I already have.
Absolutely.
A million times.
So 5.
Oh, you said you're going 5?
I would definitely recommend it.
Okay.
It's like a good way to spice up your French toast making repertoire.
Good word. Good word.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
So forget everything I said over there when we cooked it about me like hating on it, like, oh, it's not as good as I remember. Like, no, it's the whole reason we're doing this.
Right.
So we're going 5 on the vibes.
This bread and its high vibes, best vibes.
Technically though, technically that might belong with this. The private selection. This is the first croissant toast that I tried for French toast. That's the one that like I saw and I was like, whoa, that's interesting. I've never seen that, and whoa, that's really expensive for bread. But I was like, I gotta try making French toast with that. And then the next morning I did, and I think I already said that. And I was like, holy crap. We're back to taste.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go 5 again on taste for this because same thing.
4.5.
Wow.
Very good. Very, very good. At the end, I'll reveal a little bit more about why we have.
I feel like I've completely biased you on this.
That's okay.
You were not high on this. So the texture for this one. So I think, again, I'm going off of previous experience. I think I sped through these a little bit and I didn't soak them enough. So I naturally have to downgrade the texture of this one to a 4.5. So that's what I am on this one.
I think that I also agreed with this.
Okay.
I did enjoy the texture of this one a lot.
Kind of got like, it's like a little flaky almost.
It's a little flaky.
Yeah.
And it was a very good consistency in the middle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. And then of course the vibes, well, I'm back to a 5 because I highly recommend either of these croissant toast if you want to make a killer French toast.
Agreed.
Oh wow, all right.
Agreed.
I completely
Completely
biased this experiment. This has gone completely off the rails. I've gone back on everything I said while we were actually making it and eating it, but
also the king of science.
yeah. Then we went into the brioche category.
Brioche!
So back to taste. And the first up was the Whole Foods brioche, which, you know, I had high hopes for this one. I had very high expectations for this one. What do you think? What was your taste score on the Whole Foods brioche? Fresh from the bakery, cut up by yours truly.
We need to score the cutting skills too, right?
Yeah.
I think this one was just okay.
It
was pretty good. It was good.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like woo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was about the same. I'm gonna say I think it was a 4 for me.
Okay.
I think it was a 4 on the taste. So, all right. So you had 3, so we're at 3.75 for the taste on the Whole Foods brioche. Now for texture.
Was it pretty? It was pretty good.
Okay.
It was pretty good.
I was at a 3.5, so we just are reversed on this.
Yes.
For me, the texture was, it was, solid, not outstanding, not bad.
Right.
I don't remember what I said earlier, so I probably said something completely different.
We're
than
new
what I'm
people.
saying. New people.
We're new people.
It's a new time. I'm going off of memory.
It's been 20 whole minutes, people.
Yeah. 3.75 on texture as well. And then, last but not least, of course, is the vibes.
So I'm going to be a little silly, but I like that this is yellow.
Okay, that's,
And
valid,
to me,
valid.
that's like such a nice experience. That
Yeah.
it's yellow.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit different than what you might
Yeah.
expect.
Yeah. I'm going to go 4. Taste. was good, and I know that if I cooked it better, it would have been amazing. So I would recommend it. I'm gonna give it a 4. On the 4.25 is the vibe score for that one. All right, and the next one we're still in the brioche category here, and it was the Saint Pierre. This guy here, this orange package, Saint Pierre brioche bread. Again, this is one I just keep seeing at the store. Thought it would make a good French toast. And what did you have on the taste for this one? I was at a 4 on this one as well. In fact, I remember saying I was surprised because I liked the taste of this one better than the Whole Foods one.
I remember that, yeah.
And I also said I liked the taste of the Private Selection better than the Whole Foods croissant toast, but I know in the past that has not been the case. Again, I think it's partly because of the cooking. I'm gonna go ahead and give this one the benefit of the doubt, but I do think if I did these again, I feel like this should have been better. It just should have, the texture, everything says that it should have been better, but I'm just gonna call them, they're both a 4 for me on the taste.
Yeah. Texture.
Texture for this one, I'm at a 3.5 here.
A 3.5, why so?
Again, I think it has potential to be better. I just don't remember it being all the way through. Like it wasn't eggy all the way through the way that I had anticipated.
So this is the one where I maybe got like a more soaked piece than you did. So I actually thought it was, it was good.
Okay.
So I just got lucky on this one.
What about its vibes? Tell me about the vibes of this one.
Vibes. I would definitely, I would recommend it, but not, I wouldn't say like run out to your local store right away and get it. It is tasty.
Yeah.
If it's available to you, definitely get it.
Yeah.
But don't like call an Uber to go to the store.
Yeah, don't do grocery delivery.
Oh God, no.
For the same morning because you're craving French toast.
Yeah,
if you've got some white bread in the pantry, just go ahead and use that.
There you go.
Yeah. However, I think this bread just on its own.
Oh yeah.
It's good.
Yums.
So like, if you want just a good bread, it's good. So that one's the lowest on vibes so far.
Oh, we're sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Moving on to so now we get into the cinnamon category. We had, first one was the Greenlee's cinnamon bread, and kind of had this, with that one there, kind of had like a glaze on the exterior. Thinly sliced. I had really high hopes because of that glaze.
It was just okay.
Yeah.
It was just okay. And maybe it was also like, because we both thought, because it was already glazed, that it would be like
killer,
even more amazing.
Yeah.
Like, some of the work has already been done for us.
Yeah.
It's already kind of sweet. And it looks very good. But it was just okay.
What about the texture?
Texture was comparable to other pieces that were sliced the same thickness.
The texture, I think I probably rated it higher than I am right now, but just having time to process, I remember it being too thin, and I don't like a real thin French toast. Thin is like a disadvantage in this competition probably, but I'm at a 2.5.
Okay.
And then the vibes of this one.
Vibes, I'm going to say,
out of 5 for me, it's just right there in the middle. I'm just going to give it a 2.5.
I'm going to give it a 3. It's pretty, it's good.
Yeah. Again, you're not calling an Uber for this one.
No, please don't. Ubers are very expensive, at least for me.
All right, next one, cinnamon bread. Well, this was, we're calling this the cinnamon category, but it was a brioche cinnamon twist. The brioche cinnamon twist, again, that Saint Pierre brand. On the taste, I'm at a solid, I think I'm at a 4 on this one.
Me too.
Yeah, okay.
I quite enjoyed this one, and this one was the one that had like some cinnamon.
Very wavy cinnamon, like
pieces.
thick cinnamon swirls in there, yeah. It was very heavy on the cinnamon. Texture. Now again, I'm going off of that second piece that I cooked, and it was much better. I'm at a 4 again.
Yeah, same.
Same with you.
Same.
All right, and then so the vibes on this one. I don't know. I'm just a 4 across the board on this. It's solid.
I
It's
think
solid.
a little bit more than
Yeah.
I quite enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
And if you're looking for something that's a little interesting, pretty presentation with the little swirls in it, a little different, a little exciting,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say yeah.
And you know, you really don't even need to put cinnamon, in the batter for that one. It's kind of got enough cinnamon as it is.
It does, yes.
Yeah. So we're 4.25 on the vibes for that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had a little theory going as we were moving along here. The vibe scores were going down, and I had said to you while we were cooking and eating that really this experiment is seriously flawed because we're getting less hungry as we go on. So naturally, all the scores are going to go down. But this one, you know, maybe that's not the case because we ate that very late in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we keep it real.
Yeah. Damn straight. Yeah. All right. So we're on to the last one.
We are on to the last one.
And I think we're officially at the longest video ever made about French toast. So the last one.
Everyone's still watching, don't worry.
I think not, but that's all right. So we had a wild card.
We did.
Total gamble here.
Whoa.
And for me, oh boy, did it pay off.
America, sit down and listen to
The
this.
St. Pierre waffle, what is it? I want to give it the full name. Brioche waffles with butter. I mean, does it get better than that? So yeah, it's kind of like an oxymoron. This is a French toast competition and we're introducing a waffle, but I just thought it'd be interesting to make a little hybrid experiment here. You know, mash it up.
For taste, for this one, this is no reflection on the cook, but for me, this was a 3.
I'm hurt. 3's not bad. It's average. It's average.
Absolutely no reflection on his cooking skills. His cooking skills are phenomenal.
So I got to go 5 on the taste. It was a lot. I admit it was like really over the top because a waffle already has, it's already egg batter. Like you don't need to add more, but we did. And but I think the vanilla. What about the texture?
I did enjoy the texture. I think the texture was really good. I'm knocking it down to 4.5 though, because I didn't super love the crunchy sugar bits.
Oh wow,
I
okay.
didn't-
I was at a 5, I knocked it down to a 4.5 as well because consistency. So one thing is not consistent from one bite to the next necessarily.
No,
So
right.
that's not necessarily a bad thing, but if I'm putting it up against the king right here, to me, it's just, it falls a little short in the consistent, in the texture department, just a little bit. It's not classic French toast in any way.
No.
It's a very, very different thing, but to me, it was still really good. I did like it, it was different, so I'm at a 4.5. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be at a 4.5. Oh wow,
So let's
perfection
talk.
on the vibes.
I like the idea of this, and I
scoring
think
here.
he's like, what are you talking about? I like the idea of it. I love waffles. I cannot score any waffle thing low.
Yeah.
So I love waffles. I think people should try it. I think it's tasty. I would recommend someone else to make it as, to try it.
Yeah.
So very, very good vibes.
Yeah, definitely great vibes.
Yeah.
I only lowered it to a 4.5 just again because I'm completely rigging this competition for my king coming into the competition, which again, nothing today that I had has gave me reason to knock this off of past experience I've had where I know that I've made this better. Okay,
right.
so nothing blew me out of the water the way that this has before when I've had it. So that's the only reason I'm just kind of honoring this guy as king for me.
Okay.
So, so I was at a 4.5. Yours, that's 4.75. Wow, this one scored really high. All right, let's total it up and then we'll show the scorecard.
Okay. All right, we are back with our scores.
We are, and we have a winner, a clear winner, but we also have a tie. So, don't know. Well, here, I'll read. The winner is the private selection croissant bread at a 4.75. If you want to really, crown a king here, have a king of French toast, I think it's got to go to the private selection.
Woo.
croissant toast. But I really want to do this. That's better. No, but you know, that's what the scoreboard said right
This
there.
is like, so this is the king, but this is the little brother.
It is, yeah.
Who grows up and who like murders the king.
It's Aemond in House of the Dragon, if you watch that. I was partial to this.
I was very partial to this, and they ended up tying. So we kind
For
of.
third place.
All right. Are we there?
All right, yeah, we're just completely riffing and like off the rails at this point. So we should wrap this up.
We're signing off
Yep.
from Nicole and Paul, the king of French toast. Away.
Oh, yeah, away.